Hey everyone, I'm Batekia and welcome to this week's video. So, animatics, do you like them? I, for one, love them. Especially when Hamilton was popular, I watched countless animatics of that. Now, I don't know the official definition, but from what I can tell you, animatics are basically detailed storyboards, as in traditional storyboards are more of a rough sketch. Not sure if that made sense to you all, but for my brain it did. This week's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my process for my fan animatic of toilet-bound Hanako-Kun. This video was supposed to happen for Halloween. Well, not even. I actually started this project officially in 2020, but I never got around to finishing it. But nonetheless, it's finally here, like 4 years later. Let's get to the process. So for the process of making an animatic, I kind of storyboarded everything originally back in 2020. I left off drawing this piece at the line art and the blocking out colors stage. Now since it's been 4 years where I last left off, I've gotten better at drawing, so there are a few scenes where I did decide to redraw the entire frame, but I sorted out each scene like so. I had a layer for the old line art, I had a layer for the color blocking, and I had a layer for the background scene, as well as a specific layer for my color palette so I could keep the same colors throughout all of the images. There were a total of 17 images for this animatic. Each of them had a specific folder on the Photoshop file, and each folder had all of these layers. It was a lot of work, but the end result was very much worth it. I encourage you to stay till the end to see the final animatic. Now, just a small warning, if you haven't read or watched Toilet-Bound Hanako-Kun and you care about spoilers, I suggest you catch up to chapter 20 or episode 8 and then come back to this video because it does contain somewhat spoilers if you're new. Also, be sure to drop a like. It helps the algorithm realize that people actually like my videos, and subscribe if you like art so that way you can see more art related content. Let's get to the process. I'm the type of artist that learns better by studying other artwork rather than other source materials. Of course, I can learn from any source materials. I'm not saying I can't learn from them, I'm saying I tend to gravitate towards other artists first. And if that's also you, or if you prefer other sources, let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how other artists get better at their art. I've always loved Toilet-Bound Hanako-Kun. The moment it showed up on my TikTok For You page, I saw an edit and I instantly fell in love with the art style. Now, I love the anime, but it's not the animator's fault. In my opinion, the manga always looks better. It's so detailed, it's drawn beautifully. I was actually studying the line art of Ada, the artist of Toilet-Bound Hanako-Kun. I started studying her art style so that way I could get better at line art. It's just the way she uses negative space to her advantage genuinely opened doors for me and how I saw line art. So I got inspiration for this animatic after watching an Instagram edit. The original edit was made by @ika.vsp on May 11th, 2020 via Instagram. They've since moved to Makia. I can't pronounce it. But from what I know, they no longer make edits anymore. If they do, I don't know their current username, but they deserve the credit regardless. Their edit audio is the audio I'm using for my animatic. When this edit was made, community had just found out that Tsukasa knows Hanako because he was killed by him. I know more information has come out since, but I refuse to catch up until I finish this as a personal goal of mine. So after this video comes out, I will be catching up. Now, I love this edit and I chose to use its audio for two reasons. Reason number one was how Hanako's face was drawn. He seemed traumatized over the fact that he was reminded of his crime. He didn't seem proud of it at all, so it made me realize that Hanako may have killed Tsukasa, but never wanted to. So what could have transpired to cause Hanako to kill Tsukasa? That honestly intrigued me. And the song choice was a song called Love Me, Love Me, Love Me, sung by Hatsune Miku and produced by Kiko. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing things correctly, I'm actually trying though. I'll link the original song in the description below. The song itself, in my definition, is about someone who's being psychotic in the love of another person. It's a type of love I call psychotic because of how desperate they are for their love. It's a perfect song choice because the song encapsulates how Tsukasa loves Hanako exactly. Because Tsukasa's extreme way of loving Hanako, despite what he did to him, I instantly thought this song was a perfect choice. Which when I first saw it, I immediately fell in love with it, and I told myself the day I saw it, I'll make this into a fan animatic. I also love drawing dramatic scenes, faces, facial expressions, and using a variety of color palettes, including really dark ones. Now, not all the time, but my artwork can quite literally go from this to this, which is basically my range of art. I get bored sticking to one storyline or color palette, so I like making my art stand out by its style and general rendering style, more than anything else. Very freeing, and it doesn't kind of put my art in a box. Now, after I have all the images done, it's time to edit them together. After a few tweaking and adding a few effects, let's see the final result.
あの時も良かったよ。あまねが俺を殺した時。
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and let me know what you thought about the video in the comments below. And I'll see you next week. Bye now.